بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم.
In the previous lesson, we learned that Allah commands the Prophet to announce his message, marking the beginning of his mission. Allah reminds us that humans were once nothing but a clinging substance, yet through his kindness, he granted them knowledge and the ability to learn. Now the next verse says, كَلَّا إِنَّ الْإِنسَانَ لَيَطْغَى. But indeed the human being transgresses. Despite being created from a weak, clinging substance and receiving the gift of knowledge, some people become ungrateful and cross the limits. But what causes a person to behave this way? The next verse explains, أَرَّآهُ اسْتَغْنَى. Because he sees himself self-sufficient. When people believe they are independent and no longer in need of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, arrogance begins to grow within them. They forget their own weaknesses and limitations, thinking that their wealth, power or knowledge makes them self-sufficient. This false sense of independence leads them to transgress. The next verse says, إِنَّا إِلَىٰ رَبِّكَ الرُّجْعَىٰ. Indeed, to your Lord is the return. No matter how powerful or self-sufficient a person may feel in this world, they cannot escape death. In the end, they will return to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, where every soul will be resurrected and held accountable for their actions. The next verse says, أَرَأَيْتَ الَّذِي يَنْهَى. Have you seen the one who forbids? By beginning with, have you seen? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala wants us to stop and think about how wrong this behavior is. The verse challenges us to reflect. Who would be so arrogant as to forbid someone? But what exactly are they trying to forbid? The next verse explains, عَبْدًا إِذَا صَلَّى. A servant when he prays. According to some narrations, these verses are about Abū Jahl, a leader of the Quraysh who strongly opposed Islam. He even tried to stop the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, from praying and threatened to harm him. But this verse isn't just about him. It also teaches us a lesson about anyone who tries to stop others from worshipping Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala or doing what is right. The next verse says, أَرَأَيْتَ إِن كَانَ عَلَى الْهُدَى. Have you seen if he is on the path of guidance? This verse is asking Abū Jahl, or the one trying to stop the Prophet, what if the Prophet is actually on the right path? What if the Prophet is truly guided by Allah? If that's the case, then why are you trying to stop him? The next verse says, أَوْ أَمَرَ بِالتَّقْوَى. Or if he encourages righteousness. If the Prophet, peace be upon him, is guiding people towards what is good, why would anyone stop him? Shouldn't they be encouraging him instead? The next verse says, أَرَأَيْتَ إِن كَذَّبَ وَتَوَلَّى. Have you seen if he denies and turns away? The verse is asking, what if this person trying to stop the Prophet from praying and guiding others is actually rejecting the truth and turning away from it? It's a powerful question challenging the arrogance and pride of those who oppose the truth. The next verse says, أَلَمْ يَعْلَمْ بِأَنَّ اللَّهَ يَرَى. Does he not know that Allah sees all? The polytheists, including people like Abū Jahl, knew that Allah is the creator and that he sees and knows everything. But even with that knowledge, they still chose to reject Allah's guidance and go against the Prophet, acting as if they could hide from Allah, despite knowing that nothing is ever hidden from Allah. The next verse says, كَلَّا لَئِن لَّمْ يَنْتَهِ لَنَسْفَعًا بِالنَّاصِيَةِ. By no means, if he does not desist, we will definitely seize him by the forelock. The word لَنَسْفَعًا comes from the root word سَفَعَ, which means to seize with force. The la adds emphasis, showing certainty and seriousness. Thus, لَنَسْفَعًا translates to we would definitely seize. The forelock refers to the front part of the head. In this verse, it is used metaphorically to illustrate how the person will be seized in a humiliating way. The act of seizing by the forelock is a severe and degrading form of punishment. The next verse says, نَاصِيَةٍ كَاذِبَةٍ خَاطِئَةٍ, a lying, sinful forelock. This verse goes further by describing the forelock as lying and sinful, making it clear why this person deserves punishment. The forelock symbolizes control, and by calling it lying and sinful, Allah exposes Abū Jahl's dishonesty and wickedness. فَلْيَدْعُ نَادِيَهُ, then let him call out his supporters. A narration tells us that once, while the Prophet was praying near the Kaaba, Abū Jahl came to him and tried to stop him, saying that he had forbidden him from praying. But the Prophet firmly told him to leave and continued his prayer. In response, Abū Jahl arrogantly said, "Are you confronting me and driving me away? Don't you know that my tribe is the largest in this area?" Then this verse was revealed, challenging Abū Jahl and others like him who were proud and arrogant about their power and status. He would boast about his tribe, thinking they could protect him from any consequences. But here, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala tells him, "Go ahead and call your people, if you really think they can save you." The next verse says, سَنَدَعُ الزَّبَانِيَةَ, we too shall call the guards of hell. In response to Abū Jahl calling his supporters, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says that he will summon the Zabaniyah, the mighty and severe angels who guard hell. This verse makes it clear that no matter how strong Abū Jahl's supporters may seem, they are powerless against Allah's command. The next verse says, "By no means, do not obey him, but prostrate and seek closeness." If you read this verse in Arabic, you're required to do a prostration, sajda. But to keep things simple here, I'll just read the English meaning. In this verse, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala firmly rejects the arrogance of Abū Jahl and tells the Prophet and the believers not to obey people like him. Instead, Allah highlights the importance of continuing with worship and submission. Two key actions are mentioned here. Number 1, prostration, symbolizing complete submission and humility before Allah. 2, seek closeness, meaning to seek closeness to Allah through worship, sincerity, and devotion. This verse reminds us that no matter the opposition or pressure, our true focus should always be on worshipping Allah and building a stronger connection with Him. Surah Al Alaq starts by teaching us that Allah is the creator and the one who takes care of us. He created us from a small clinging substance and then gave us the strength and ability to read, learn, and gain knowledge. This shows that we are always in need of Allah's guidance. The surah then talks about people like Abū Jahl who rejected the truth and tried to stop the Prophet from worship. Allah challenges them, showing that no matter how powerful they think they are or how much support they have, they cannot escape Allah's power. Allah emphasizes that the angels of hell are ready for those who oppose His guidance. Finally, the surah ends by reminding the Prophet, peace be upon him, and all believers to stay focused on worship and submission to Allah, even when others try to stop us.
صدق الله العظيم.